Oh my God. So guys, welcome back to my channel and my channel. You're welcome back to my channel. So we're here to talk about the happenings in the palace of Uni of Ife. If you're just joining, you're welcome. Thanks for joining. Please give this video a thumbs up and share my video, okay? Please, I'm begging you. So guys, they said something happened, something that has never happened before happened in the palace, such that the king was worried, everyone was worried over what happened. You know, we do know that Olori Calabash have been the one doing all the sacrifices in the palace, doing some rituals in the palace with the Ifa priest them. So they said anytime it has to do with going to the river to do sacrifices and all of that, she is very good at that. The only time that another person will do it is when she is not around, you know, because she's not based here in Nigeria, she's based in UK. So most times, maybe if it is an emergency thing that she will not be able to return back to the palace, that is when they said Kabiyesi will go and hire another priestess to come and do it. But as long as she is around, she is the person that is always doing the ritual thing. So, but something happened, something strange, something that has never happened. They said they went to the river to do the sacrifices that they normally do as usual. I don't know the main reason for the sacrifice, but it is obvious that they normally do their sacrifices. Some of these deities that they celebrate in the palace, most times they do sacrifices before the celebration. So they said that one, that they went there, oh, she entered into the river as usual and they do the sacrifices the way she has been doing it ever since. They said it has been long that she started doing all of this. She inherited it from her father, who was an Ifa priest then. So, and that is one of the reasons she have been in the palace for a very long time. She did not enter the palace because she got married to Kabiyesi. No, they say she had been living in the palace. Shortly after Kabiyesi assumed became the king, she had been living in the palace because she believed that that would be the best way for her to be closer to Kabiyesi, as she always claimed that she is betrothed to Kabiyesi, you know. So after the sacrifices, so they all went home as usual, thinking that everything is normal, everything is okay, because that is how they normally do it. But they said something happened, something strange. They said Kabiyesi wake up the next morning to see an item, a basket of those items that they took to the river. The whole of the items they took to that river, they saw it right there in the palace. They remember when they throw it inside the river, because it's like after their sacrifices and everything, they will throw the thing inside the river. Then the river will carry it and go. They said that is exactly the same way they did it. But the next day, they saw everything. Not even one item was removed from that basket. That the whole basket was, the whole items in the basket, the same way they took it to the river, was right there in the palace. And the Kabiyesi was like, when the guards brought it to Kabiyesi's notice, he was surprised. But when he went out to go and find out what it is, it was very clear to him that this is the exact items that they took to the river for sacrifices. So how did it get into the palace? How? Who brought it inside the palace? They were all confused. They were like, how is this possible? Because this is something that has never happened in the history of their land. They said that kind of a thing never happened. And they were surprised, oh, only for Kabiyesi to consult Ifa priest. They said Ifa priest have to go into consultation immediately, and after which they have to go and uh, see the river goddess. They have to go there and call the attention of the river goddess, only for the priestess to come and tell them that they are the ones who brought it back to their items back to them in that palace. How? Hey, see, there is something that a lot of people do not know in this life. You see, mysterious things do happen, especially here in Africa. There are things that when it is happening, if you're not spiritually alert, you'll be asking yourself, is this even possible? My dear, they are all possible. They are possible. I've seen a case where they said a woman that sleep in her house, she went to her bed in her house. She woke up in the morning on the main road. How did she get to the main road? Nobody know. They say she was attacked last night. It was witchy them that carried her from her bed to the main road. Anything is possible here in Africa, whether you believe it or not. So when they started asking the river goddess, why are you angry? Because it is obvious that they are angry. That is why they rejected their sacrifices. You know, they were angry. Why? They said that the olori Calabash have been doing this for a very long time, and she know all this while that she cannot have bad intention towards someone from that palace and come and do sacrifices and the gods will accept it. That she is out on a mission that is not good, that will affect Kabiyesi. And finally, that mission is against Queen Naomi. That is why they rejected the sacrifice. That had it is another person who carried out that sacrifice, they would have accepted it. But for the fact that she is planning something evil against someone from the same place that she is appeasing the gods for, or she is calling on the gods to come and take care of, because the reason for the sacrifices was for the gods to come and fight the battle and come and take care of the palace, and you're planning something against hey, how is that even going to happen? It's not going to work now. So they said the reason why they rejected that sacrifice was because of her evil intention towards Queen Naomi, towards Kabiyesi, because anyone that is planning anything against Kabiyesi is planning it against Queen Naomi, is planning it against Kabiyesi. And that is the reason why they decided that they are not going to accept that sacrifices. So they said Kabiyesi was shocked. He was like, hell, so it has gotten to this extent. But my question is, if this information is true, because I will always remind you that these are all alleged information. If it is true, this lady in question should have known the type of people that she is working with, because information have it that she started this the goddess priestess stuff while she was still very young. That then her father will always carry her and go to his shrine, because the father was an Ifa priest, from what we heard though. So I believe maybe she allows her emotions to play a fast one on her. She should have known that before you go and do certain things, you don't need to involve yourself in certain things. Or maybe, I don't know how it happened, but they said she was planning something, or she is planning something. Maybe the plan is still ongoing, and that was why they rejected the sacrifices. Hey, this is an avenue for Kabiyesi to employ another person, no, seriously, because there was a time we heard that Kabiyesi employed someone from is it Brazil? They said it was a virgin, that she was a virgin from Brazil that Kabiyesi employed. And they said Olori Calabash started threatening her, telling her that if she still loved her life, that she should reject that job. You know, because then it looks as if Kabiyesi is trying to take away her post, her royal post from her. And they say some elders were intervening, saying that Kabiyesi should not do a thing like that to her, that it is not good, that this is one woman that have volunteered to enter the Odua sacred forest to go and perform rituals, that there's no other woman that have done that. For that reason, Kabiyesi needs to give her some accolade and protect her and not to send her out of the palace. That was the reason they say Kabiyesi should allow her to be inside the palace, that Kabiyesi will be needing her services. If not for her betrayal, if not that she betrayed Queen Naomi, if not that she betrayed Kabiyesi's trust, she would have been in that palace now with Queen Naomi. But because she is greedy, she did not differentiate between reality and pleasure. Because what Kabiyesi was having with her then was pleasure, not reality. Kabiyesi was a kind of spending time with her, as in, she warming the bed and all of that, while Queen Naomi was playing the role of a wife. But she wanted to play a wifely role. She wanted to be the wife. And she wanted Queen Naomi out of the picture completely. That was why she started working with these people. Iyalaje them, Oni's sisters. Oni's sisters, it was recently that we find out their own mission, as in why they really want Queen Naomi out of the picture. Because they said when Kabiyesi married Queen Naomi newly, they love Queen Naomi, they want her. But there are things that they were doing for Kabiyesi then. They said something like organizing a party, they are always in charge of it. And you do know that when they are in charge because of the benefits they will get from that. When Kabiyesi allocates money for that, they will use any amount that they deem fit and use the rest to do the planning and everything. The same thing goes to other things. As a matter of fact, they say they are in charge. When Urola left Kabiyesi, the sisters are the ones going for certain representations and all of that, and they were benefiting a whole lot from there. So when Queen Naomi came and take care of, as in, they said the main reason they became angry was that Kabiyesi's birthday celebration that Queen Naomi took upon herself. They said it was Queen Naomi single-handedly organized everything that year. The sisters became super angry against her. Reason is because they believe that she is taking their position away from them. They used to make money from such organization, from such events. But because Queen Naomi have taken over, they did not make any money out of it. That was when they said their anger rise. They became super angry. How can this small girl come and take over what we have been managing all this while? And they couple with the fact that they said there was this contract that Kabiyesi wanted to give to Iyalaje, but ended up giving it to Queen Naomi's brother. They started fighting these two. So they joined force together. Iyalaje was fighting because the things that she used to get from Kabiyesi is now giving it to Queen Naomi's brothers. And the sisters are fighting Queen Naomi because Queen Naomi is taking their position. All the monetary gains are now going to Queen Naomi and her family instead of them. They should have gone and shared the same bed with their brother now, since Queen Naomi will not take up what they have been doing before now. So that was why they said they gathered against her. They started fighting her and all of that. And this olori Calabash was part of it. Because the day she left the palace, information have it that there was a program, there was an event that Kabiyesi and Queen Naomi supposed to attend. And Kabiyesi have given Queen Naomi 1 month notice of that event. Queen Naomi went and made new dresses. She was preparing for that event. Then on that particular day, they said Adeola was in the palace, and Ashley's daughter was doing their, is it sports or something? There was something that they were doing in the school that she needed to attend. As olori Calabash, she needed to attend that for her daughter. She pleaded with Princess Adeola to go and represent her in the inter-house sports. They said it was inter-house sports. Instead of her to go for that inter-house sports, Then information have it that it was Queen Naomi, Oni of Ife, and Princess Adiola that supposed to attend that event in Lagos. Then uh, Ashley now begged Princess Adiola to go to her daughter's school and represent her daughter so that she will follow Queen Naomi and the Oni of Ife and go to that event. And because Princess Adiola doesn't want to disobey her, because information have it that she was part of Diola's growth, she was there to help Kabiyesi raise Adiola back then in UK when the mother brought Diola to Kabiyesi. Because I don't know if you know the story very well. Kabiyesi and the mother parted ways. The mother have to go with Adiola. When Kabiyesi finally became king, Diola's mother decided to bring back the daughter to him, and they said when she took Diola from the mother, it was Ashley who was helping him to raise Diola. So Diola was respecting her very well. So there is no how she can say no to that request. She went to the daughter's school to represent her, not knowing that they have a plan. Spiritually, they were manipulating it. Then physically, Ashley was used because they said when Kabiyesi asked Ashley to go and call Queen Naomi, let them go on that event, they said she did not go. All she does was they say she left. After some minutes, she returned back, telling Kabiyesi that Queen Naomi said she is not going. Whereas Queen Naomi was preparing, waiting for Kabiyesi to finish or to call on her before they will leave. And to tell you that they are manipulating Kabiyesi big time, they are really manipulating him then. He did not ask why did Queen Naomi said she's not going, because it is a normal thing that at least he needs to ask. Why did you say you are not going? Or what's come to us, he will call her on phone to ask, why did you not, why did you turn me down just now after 1 month of preparation? He did nothing. He did not do any of these things. That is why I believe that they manipulated him. The moment they told him that Queen Naomi said he's not going, he decided to go with Ashley alone. And that program, they did not return that day from the information we gathered. So when Queen Naomi prepared and came out, only for her to hear that Kabiyesi and Ashley have left the palace for that occasion, she was devastated. And coupled with all that has been going on, and with the fact that they are manipulating her, they pushed her, they hypnotized her, they pushed her into going out just like that. They said the way she left the palace, it looks as if something was pushing her. It's not even it look as, it was later confirmed that they really pushed her out. You know? And this is why I said that Ashley was used, coupled with all these other people, like the sisters, Iyalaja, and some elders. Some of the elders later confessed. Some did not even make it alive, from what we heard though. So that is why I said that it is her greediness that put her to where she is right now. So right now the palace is hot for them. As a matter of fact, we heard that they have left the palace. They are no longer in the palace. If it is true, I don't know. If it is not true, I don't know. That is how I heard it, that they are no longer in the palace. And not only that they are no longer living in the palace, that there are so many restrictions for them right now. Kabiyesi is not even in the mood, as in Kabiyesi doesn't notice that they exist again. So, and this is getting to them seriously. So right now they are as in having series of problems every now and then. Okay, it has even reached to the point that she have bad record on that goddess thing, sacrifice, is it the priestess work that she is doing, because this is a bad record if it is true. If it is true that it happened, it is a bad record on her side. Anyways, the only thing I do know is that fighting someone with the grace of God, you will end up fighting yourself, because Queen Naomi did not do anything wrong to them. Queen Naomi did not offend them. If they like, let them bear all the grudges. They will be exposing themselves, because if not that this thing happened, how will people know that she's planning? She will still be coming begging Queen Naomi, please, I was misled, please forgive me, and all of that. Let's be the way we used to be, and then all of that. So, anyways, when I hear this news, I said, now wow, these people, they need to ask themselves question. All this why they are fighting Queen Naomi, what have they gained? What have they gained? They have been losing. They have been losing. And if all the information we're hearing right now is the truth, Queen Naomi is winning while they are losing. And my prayer is that in due time, Queen Naomi will return back to that palace, so that all of them will be put to shame, because they are working hand in hand, collectively. They are working as a team right now to ensure that that did not happen. But like I will always say, it is the will of God that will be done. If it is the will of God that Queen Naomi will return back to Kabiesi's house, none of the Oloris, collectively, individually, they cannot stop it. You know, if they like, let them go to Benin, let them go to anywhere and do their jazz and collect their whatever, their juju and all of that, they will still fail. They will all fail, because Queen Naomi did not offend them. Queen Naomi did not offend them in any way. They are the ones who really offended Queen Naomi. And Queen Naomi is not even fighting it. Queen Naomi was just there and allowing her God to fight her battle. And her God is fighting it for her. Her God is seriously fighting her battle, because no one will believe that a time will come like this when Kabiesi will say, okay, you guys should move aside. Or even if they are there, he will not notice them. He will concentrate on Queen Naomi and Tadenikawo. They wouldn't even believe it, because what's come to us, they will say, okay, now if such a thing want to happen, we will use our jazz and ensure that it did not happen. These days, jazz no dey even work again. Maybe I don dey talk and say, you see, juju dey expire oh. Juju is expiring. Their jujus don dey expire one by one. They don dey expire. And right now, Queen Naomi is winning and they are crying. And my prayer is that it is going to continue like that. And very soon, let Queen Naomi return back to the palace, so that all of them will be in shame. Those of them that said over their pie body, they will go and buy themselves one by one. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Tell me what you think about it on the comment section. I want to remind you that these are all alleged information, okay? I do not live in the palace. I am just a blogger. When I get all of this information, I come and share it with you here. And also remind you that they are not for stand information. I don't live in the palace. I'm not in any way related to them. These are all rumored information. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate your support. But none of you gave me a like. Why? Please give my video a thumbs up now. Give my video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Please. And tell me what you think about it on the comment section. You know, this Olori Calabash thing, I don't know. If not for her greedy, I believe that by now, she will still be enjoying that palace. Even if Kabiesi did not marry her, but still, she will still be in a very good relationship with Queen Naomi than the way they are right now. Because she's not married to Kabiesi, but that happiness is not there. That joy is not there. Queen Naomi's relationship, she have also lost that one. The trust is no more there. Anyways, thanks for watching. Let's call it a day here. Maybe I'll come back later. Let me attend to one or two things, okay? Bye. Love you guys.